Welcome to part 2 of Backpage Blues. I'm still joined by Charlie the Hurricane Skillen from the Mail Online.
How are you, mate? You okay?
All good, all very well. We've been asked quite a lot of times to make this section a bit longer, so we really are going to rattle through as many of them as we can, as many of your questions as we can. I just need to ask you one favour, guys. If you like this video, if you like this content, can you do me a favour and give it a thumbs up? I can't tell you why. It's on a need-to-know basis, and as yet, you don't need to know. But I just need to know if there is a market for this.
He says that to me all the
if you
time.
like this, and if transfer-related chat is something that you are interested in. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you. Right, let's make a quick start. We'll go for Prince Abs 24/7. Yep. Prince Abs' dad works as a sports journalist for a tabloid in Espanol.
Oh.
Apparently,
does he want to swap? Work for a paper in England.
Apparently, says Fabregas is trying to persuade Gerard Pique to join Chelsea. Firstly, I suppose, can you see a world in which that happens? Does Prince Abs' dad carry any weight?
I don't know. Pique is not a signing I see Chelsea making in the slightest. You know, Fabregas is very close to those kind of Barcelona players. He's really close to Messi, and their wives are very good friends as well. Pique isn't a signing I can see happening.
He also left Manchester United because he was homesick.
Yeah. I mean, obviously he's kind of grown up quite a lot, but he is an absolute Barcelona boy. He's an absolute Barcelona stalwart. He's kind of the wrong age for the players that we're looking to buy. I think he's a fantastic player, but you know, it's not a signing that I see Chelsea making in the slightest.
Okay. Well, Prince Abs, thank you for that. I do like these little tips. If you hear anything, do let us know. Prince Abs, all I can suggest is, can you verify? Can you get a comeback, and we'll put Charlie on the rack next week. Let us know if you hear anything more on that one. Moving on. Yeah.
Jack Winstanley here. What team would you like to get in the Champions League group stage next season? Now Jack wants Celtic. But,
I see why Celtic would be great. Celtic would be easy trip, but it would be mental. It would be great, but it would be a problem. If I could have my dream team, and I believe that this year there's a chance of getting my dream team in the group stages, it's got to be Real Madrid. It's got to be Real Madrid. Watching Chelsea play in the Bernabeu is a lifelong dream. It's a lifelong dream. And watching Chelsea win in the Bernabeu, I think that is the epitome of football. So I would love to go there. My cousin is an Arsenal fan, and he went over there when Arsenal played, and Thierry Henry scored a really good goal. They won 1-0, and I would love to equalise that.
That experience.
Is there anyone?
No, I mean, usually I try and disagree with you, but I literally can't. I mean, just like you, I think Real Madrid is like the big trip that we haven't done. And also, it would be beating a certain former interim manager of ours.
Oh, Fat Boy would be there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that'd be so good.
That'd be good. I'm not sure I want them in the group stage. I'd rather knock them out of their quarterfinals or something. But you know, I'll take what I'm given.
Yeah. It'd just be nice to go there. It'd be a dream trip for me.
Yeah. Another one. I know you're big on this. As anyone who sits in the general area, the Matthew Warding lower, will know that we're always big on this. What's your favourite Chelsea song from past or present?
Who's that from?
That's from Callum Reid.
It's a very good question, Callum. My favourite ever Chelsea song is, without doubt, a homage to the Kinks. The Kinks song Lola. We've amended the lyrics slightly to make it a celebration of Zola. And
funny that. I thought it was Frank Leboeuf.
No, we've amended the lyrics of Lola to become Zola, and we've mentioned Julian Dix. The lyrics go, and am I allowed to say it?
Go on.
It goes, and if you want to know about taking the piss, go down to West Ham and ask Julian Dix about Zola. La 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 Zola. So yeah, that's far and away my favourite, and it generally comes out when you're drunk on a train home from Middlesbrough or something like that.
Or West Brom, as it was
West Brom
last week.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's a great one. There's so many good ones. There's so many kind of elaborate ones that don't get sung enough. One of my favourites is his name is Tommy Baldwin.
It's brilliant.
I mean, that's been going for donkey's years. But I think, you know, you can't beat a bit of simplicity, and I think there isn't a stronger message than a whole away end or the whole of Stamford Bridge going Chelsea. Chelsea for as long as possible. It drowns out anything else.
It's great because the home fans start singing and they come in and they're obviously far louder because there's 60,000 and whatever. They come in, they drown you out, then they fade away and you're still going. It's really disheartening for their team. And
never better
fans.
than during You'll Never Walk Alone.
Yes.
When all the cop are holding the scarves and the flags and stuff.
Yeah, there's some great footage of that on YouTube. Actually.
But all you can hear is Chelsea.
Do you know what?
Chelsea,
actually, it's well worth looking up that footage. The Chelsea singing through "You'll Never Walk Alone," but also I know that a lot of our viewers are far younger than we are.
Yeah.
Luckily for them.
Yeah.
They may not have seen the Gianfranco Zola. The reason that we sing about Gianfranco Zola and Julian Dix. Have a look at the goal that Zola scores. It's a wonderful through ball from Mark Hughes, and Zola embarrasses Julian Dix. I mean, and it's West Ham, it's Chelsea West Ham. So.
2 or 3 times over.
2 or 3 times over. Yeah. And I think a year previous, Julian Dix had stamped on one of my favourite ever players, John Spencer's head, and John Spencer had to play the game with a bandage around his head. So it's really good that he got his comeuppance at Stamford Bridge thanks to Zola. Have a look at that.
Just before you go too far down memory lane, Bain Tito wants you to give a shout out to all the Blues fans in Canada.
Certainly. Oh, Canada. See you in Montreal. I hope that you're going, Bain. We will be there, so it'd be really nice to see you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ollie Carpenter wants to know.
He comments a lot.
If when Abramovich first came in, who was the most exciting player of the new signings? When Abramovich came in, there was a huge crop, a huge wave of new talent joined Chelsea.
Yeah, some of it not very talented.
Yeah, not so talented.
Turned out Juan Sebastian Veron, Glenn Johnson, it was all right. I'm going to say Joe Cole.
Joe Cole.
Yeah, I absolutely loved him. I think he did have flaws to his game, which, you know, he was never better than Jose Mourinho, who kind of harnessed his game. Yeah. Very similar to the way that he's harnessed Eden Hazard's game, actually. He was a player that the fans absolutely loved. He's a proper Chelsea fan growing up.
Yeah, he's from in North London. He's from Camden, I think.
Yeah.
So,
he was such a wonderful player to watch when he was in full flow.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, injuries slightly curtailed him. But yeah, I mean, Joe Cole went on to have a very good Chelsea career.
When Chelsea signed Joe Cole, it was a real sign of intent from the club. I think that Joe Cole was a young, hot prospect at West Ham.
English as well.
Absolutely. And there were lots of clubs scrapping for him. And when he came to Chelsea, I think that's when we realised that we were serious contenders for the Premier League. And yeah, I'd agree with you, Joe Cole. Yeah.
Another former striker that did have a great song is Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink. And Umesh Bex.
Umesh B, I think.
Umesh B with a kiss at the end.
Umesh is an old friend.
Is he?
Well, he's been a loyal fan from day dot on this channel.
Good man, Umesh. He just wants us to talk about Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink. That's his question.
I'll talk about Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink
all day. All night. This video is now going to be half an hour long.
Usually over booze, but I'll talk about Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink.
See you in part 3.
The Hasselbaink-Johnson partnership was one of the best I think I've ever seen. Just the link up. I think they used to chat to each other in Dutch.
Oh, they did.
They used to talk Dutch on the pitch because I think Johnson played in Holland. Obviously, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink was Dutch. And up front together, their partnership was incredible.
Yeah, and they were great friends off the pitch as well, which made it. If you ever hear Hasselbaink talk about Johnson, obviously Hasselbank's the manager at Burton Albion now. He talks about him with such kind of passion and friendship, and you could see it. It was. We might have not had the best team then under Ranieri, but that partnership was really something special. I mean, they must have set up so many goals for each other.
Yes,
and just on Hasselbaink in specific, he just had the hardest shot I think I've ever seen.
One at Old Trafford. He scored a goal at Old Trafford. Again, if you haven't seen it, the majority of you will have done. But if you haven't, if you're young enough to have missed this, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink from the edge of the area, the corner edge of the area, pinged one in at Old Trafford. If there wasn't a net there, it would still be moving now. 15 years later or whatever. It was the hardest shot I've ever seen. Also, I've just realised what we've overlooked. What? It's very important that we immediately discuss the perfect hat-trick that he scored against Tottenham Hotspur.
The best hat-trick of all time.
Best hat-trick of all time at Tottenham against Tottenham Hotspur at Stamford Bridge.
And that was such a great day because that season they'd finally beaten us. It was the first time they'd beaten us in over 10 years. They beat us 5-1.
They beat us 5-1. Didn't we beat them 4-0 twice in 3 days?
We did.
We beat them 4-0 twice in 3 days.
Just to redress the balance.
Yeah. They beat us in the Cup. They beat us in the Cup 5-1.
League Cup semi,
And we then played them twice in 4 days and beat them 4-0 both times.
Yeah. Happy days.
Yeah, their eyes have seen the glory, they reckon. two League Cups since 91. 2 League Cups they've won since 1991.
I mean, we list everything we've won, but we've got to wrap up at some point, haven't we? So.
Right, last question quickly. Vincent Clark wants to know who would win in an arm wrestle between the Hurricane and myself. And the answer, Vincent, is me. Well, thank you very much for watching.
Definitely not. Come on.
Is that a challenge for an arm wrestle?
Well, I think generally it's questions that people want to know the answer to, not questions they already do.
Do you? I'll embarrass you on live on the channel if that's what you want.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I mean, look,
you were talking about mugs out of the way. Guys, check these out.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Usually we only had one mug. Yeah, let's do it. Look,
I'm a lefty.
What? That's ridiculous.
I'm a lefty.
Oh, well, all bets are off now. You know, he also run the marathon,
Ready?
This boy. Yeah,
3, 2, 1, go. Oh, it's done me. I can't believe it. I can't ever show my face live on this channel again.
Cheers, everyone.
I'm done.
Thanks for watching Backpage Blues. Comment and subscribe below. I'll go and cheer him up.